Emma, how's that knee firstly?
Yeah, it's good. It's pulling up better every game, so fingers crossed it'll come good on the weekend.
When you first suffered the injury, was there concern you were going to miss finals?
No, absolutely not. You know me, Sarah, I'm competitive as, so it was just going to be a 1 weeker. It would have been nice if we finished top 4 to have that extra week to give it some rest, but no way I'm missing finals.
The mentality, Emma, of such a close game against the Cats and almost being escape artists and then being able to come out. It looked like the shackles were kind of off against the Tigers at the weekend. Do you feel like that was the case?
Yeah, a little bit. We previous seasons we've been knocked out in the elimination final, so to be able to get the win against Cats just released a bit of pressure, and then we just got the game looking how we wanted to look against Richmond and really attacked them in that second quarter when we had the advantage with the wind, and that got us the win from that quarter really.
I mean, you were very close against Melbourne earlier in the season, probably could have or maybe should have won that game. What do you take out of that? Must, I guess, give you that confidence heading into this one?
I reckon the biggest thing for us for coming from that game is our ability to match it with those big 3 clubs, Melbourne being one of them, being one of the best in the comp. And for us, I reckon in previous seasons we've really doubted our ability to match it with them, but I reckon that gave us belief. But I think, and I mean Paxi would have probably said the same, they've probably improved since round 2. We've seen enormous growth in our players since round 2. Vicky Wall was just playing her second game, Taylor Gatt, Tess Craven, Bella Eddy, all really inexperienced players. Now a bit more experience is coming into this finals campaign, and should be good for them.
Darren mentioned post-match that you guys deserve to be in the mix with the top teams. Has that been a shift in mentality this season that you've seen?
Yeah, I think so. I think previously we've sort of been around about the mark, but we feel like we couldn't really match it with those top teams. This season, I think, given our list change, we feel like we've added a different dynamic into our forward line in particular, getting more experience into our younger players, and that's put us in a really good position to be able to mix it with some of the best.
Melbourne showed against Adelaide they've got another gear that they can crank up to when they're put under pressure. Can you go with them, go up another gear yourselves?
Yeah, well, I think Melbourne's one of those ones where they score 1 goal, they score 2, 3, 4 in a row really quickly. So if we can try to maintain some of that, or try to, I guess, limit their impact, and then when we sort of highlight when they are getting momentum, being able to slow that down a little bit, that'll help us really well. But we've got a really good team defence, and we've been able to limit scoring as much as possible. So we're going to have to be at our best to stop them, that's for sure.
Just on that list profile question, how important is that leadership piece from you and Ash and Jazz and all those girls that have been there since the start, played a few finals, for all the younger players that are playing in their first final series this time around?
Yeah, no doubt our leadership group has had a big impact on how we've been going in our finals campaign. For us, it's just about being able to play our role. For Jazz, I mean, she's playing outstanding football, but she really simplifies her game, and she doesn't try to do too much. She doesn't try to win the game off her own boot. She just tries to contribute as much as she possibly can. And for us as well, we do the same. And what we've been able to see, though, which has been really pleasing, is we've probably limited the impact that some of our bigger names have had to try to get our wins. It's about more of that team performance that's been able to help us.
Karen spoke about the driving factor of the premiership, and for them it's a bit of a chance for redemption. Have you used it as a carrot yet in this campaign to fuel the team?
Well, I mean, we're here to win premierships, so that's always a motivation. That's always going to be a little carrot. You see that Premiership Cup, every team wants to win it. It's not just us, and it's not just Melbourne that want to. So, yep, absolutely use it for motivation. But we know that we just need to play our best footy, and if we can do that, that'll hopefully get the job done.
You mentioned Jazzy's outstanding season. Just have a word on her mental resilience to shake that tag.
Oh, if you know Jazz, she's one of the most chilled characters. So, and she's really competitive as well. So for her, that tag obviously did a good job in round 10, but just her ability to find different ways. She sat down a lot with our midfield coach and just found different strategies to be able to shake that. But she's a very clever player, so it's too hard. It's pretty hard to stop her all the time.
You mentioned Vicky Wall before, another Irish importer, O'Shea. Her eye, is she a chance to get selected?
Yeah, she's every chance to get selected. She'll just have to tick a few boxes over the coming few days, but we'd love to welcome her back. She's a very important player in the back line for us.
Mia's all right after that big hit.
Yeah, Mia's tough as nails. Those Tassie girls are really tough, so Mia's fine.
How have you seen, speaking of the Irish girls, how have you seen their impact this season?
Oh, Vicky and Erica have been amazing for us. They're great characters off field, so they've been able to settle in really well into our side, but what they've been able to bring has been outstanding. So we talk a lot about the Irish girls and their speed, but it's also the power that they have. They've been able to pick up the game really quickly, which has been really pleasing, and just their ability just to make things happen out of nothing has been excellent.
I know you've got a game to focus on this weekend, but without looking too far ahead, what do you make of the fact that there's still no decision on where the grand final's going to be played, and we're a week out, or just over a week out?
I reckon it would be nice to know where it is, know what time and all that, but we know that we're playing on Saturday here at Icon at 3:10, and that's the main focus at the moment.